Last of the Stash It Friday night, the second annual Stashy Awards. But we always start with our movie quotes, and we'll move to Midwest. Comic Man, what's your movie quote tonight?
My movie quote is from 1981, one of my favorite movies and one of my favorite movie series. Woman says, "You're not the man I knew 10 years ago." Guy goes, "It's not the years, honey, it's the mileage."
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
No.
Alex the comic quoter said, "Red leader checking in."
What's up, Alex?
I have no clue.
All right, I'll give it away with another quote from the movie. Snakes. Why is it got to be snakes?
It's one of the Indiana
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders
Yep.
of the Lost.
First
I
one.
just watched that too.
Yep.
Fuck.
Marion is the one that said, "You're not the man I knew 10 years ago." I thought that's a great response. Not the years, honey, it's the mileage.
Jesus Christ, people are just piling in this motherfucker. We got Jason Smith, Area 51, DruManchu, Brian Spaceboy 227, and Rashawn the Amazing Geek. So far.
Our next movie quote goes to Spectacular Spider Grandpa.
I'm going to bump it up a few years and go to 1984. You say you hate Washington's birthday or Thanksgiving and nobody cares, but you say you hate Christmas and people treat you like a leper.
Oh, I know that movie. That's got to be Gremlins.
That is Gremlins.
That's right. You told me that in our chat. That's how we were going to use. And my movie quote this week, the movie is from 99, I believe. And it says, first guy says, "You're scared, right?" Second guy said, "Maybe." The way it works is you do the thing you're scared shitless of, and you get the courage after you do it, not before you do it. The guy goes, "That's a dumbass way to work. It should be the other way around." I know, but that's the way it works.
What year?
99? I think 99. I have to double check the year on it. It's a war movie, essentially. I may have
Pearl
to give
Harbor?
you... No, not Pearl Harbor. It is 99. Saddam's Gold, man.
The one with Ice Cube and Clooney and Wahlberg.
We three kings be
Yeah, the
stealing
kings.
some gold. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to jump right into our comic review portion. We're going to try to keep it relatively short tonight because we got a lot of other stuff we want to talk about. But we'll jump right in with, let's start with Mike tonight. What's your first book for the evening?
Let's rock out the, where are you at? The Signal. Batman and the Signal. From the Pages of Metal, #1. First off, let me start by saying I can't stand this dude's fucking costume. I haven't liked it since they first showed it. So we get right into it. We learn that Duke Thomas has powers now, and I question when did the fuck that happen. And his powers are basically he could see light differently than others. So I thought, well, fucking he's on acid then. So problem solved. Anyway, he's fighting some dude named Null. Beats him, gets yelled at by some bystander that Gotham's supposed to be safe during the day, but there's shit going on. Commissioner Gordon shows up to some chick with no arms house. I have no clue who the girl with no arms. He has, JLS says, he has the power of dookies. But yeah. This book, I don't know. I hated it. It's only 3 issues. I'll probably pick it up just to see what happens, but it was a blast for me.
I'm the only... Go ahead. Sorry.
And he gets Batman gives him a base in this book, and it's called The Hatch. I'm like, really? Go fuck yourself.
I'm the only other one that read this week. I got the other cover. I don't know if this is cover A. Yeah, this is cover A. This one I pushed off to the side forever. I didn't want to read it because I was thinking to myself, well, it was going to be bad. And I think me having that premonition it was going to be bad made it bad for me. I didn't even finish the book. The whole he sees light differently and all that crap. I thought that was a bunch of malarkey. And this is a blast for me. I think I have the other two already set up on my pull list, so I'll probably end up finishing a little run out. But man, this was awful. This is probably my stinker of the week right here.
Yeah, I don't know. I hated it.
Okay, let's jump to Paul. What's your first book?
Let's go with Phoenix Resurrection. I actually kind of rather liked this. It was a decent book. It had again some of that old Marvel feel. And had perhaps the best line in a Marvel book all year when someone got fried and they were like, well, now we're out of psychics. And I flat out laughed when that happened. It's rare from a Marvel book. I mean, this is pretty much my pick of the week, I think.
Did you pick it up or did you read it online?
Read it online.
Okay, I know Mike got this cover as well. I think this is cover B for it. Yeah, cover B for it. I thought this was a little cooler cover than the other one. The whole line with they said they had us. They thought they were out of psychics. And they said, nope, we have one left. And they come in, and then, like I said, they get fried. And the whole punctuation and the whole word bubble, that's what got me. Well,
yeah, just the way they put it.
Out of psychics, yeah. I thought that was pretty. I think that was wasn't it Iceman that said that too?
I think it was.
Yeah. This was a pretty good book. I mean, Magneto makes an appearance in here as well. They're kind of trying to figure out. I mean, in the first one too, we had the characters cut. You know, the younger Wolverine showing up and also disappearing, and it's kind of still doing that a little bit, trying to figure out what's going on and why these events are happening. This is a pretty good book. I mean, the past couple weeks, Marvel's been doing some good stuff.
Yeah, I've been.
And this is a stash for me too. So, and Mike, what's your next book? I know you got it, but you haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I haven't read that yet. But oh fuck, let's do my worst pick of the week, which is Rise of the Black Panther #1. I picked it up solely for this cover. I have no interest in anything that goes on in the Black Panther books. Not a fan. I'm excited for the movie. Looks fucking awesome though. Basically, this one right at the beginning, Captain America. It's going back to World War I, I think, or World War II, one of the World Wars. Talking to Black Panther's grandfather. We'll call him Grand Panther.
Grand Panther. That's not his name in the book. You're just making this up, right?
I'm just making this up.
Okay.
Yes, it's not his name in the book.
They're going to use it now, and you won't get credit for it.
Probably. Cap wants to borrow some vibrators or vibranium or whatever it's called, and Grand Panther thinks he's trying to steal it. Nazis attack. They become buddies. Then the book fucking takes a left turn down shit fucking lane. And it gets very, 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 very fucking wordy. I stopped reading. Blast. Worst pick of the week right here.
I know Paul has something to say about Black Panther. Why don't you go right ahead there?
It's a piece of shit. Fuck Marvel. I mean, I just, to me, I got to like the third or fourth page, and they said, you know, they had two characters talking, and they had some word, and then underneath it says, you know, a derisive term for white people. Okay, it's not okay to do that for white people, just like it's not okay if they said something bad about black people or Hispanic people. It's typical fucking SJW Marvel bullshit.
Should be what's good for the goose is good for the gander kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they think that's okay. You know, I
almost picked it up, but I passed on it. I didn't think I was going to like it, so I just left it on the shelf. I didn't even bother getting it.
Don't worry, but there'll be 16 more Black Panther books before the movie comes out.
At least.
Okay, let's do my first book. Let's do Walking Dead 175. This is the first part of a new story arc, so we have some new characters near. I totally spaced any of the freaking characters' names, but Eugene and his group end up getting caught, and they're getting interviewed by this guy, and they're trying to they're taking them to their town, so to speak. I think this is going to be a lot better run than Whisper of War. This was pretty dang good. New characters. I also picked up the Pickle Rick version there. So, but it's a stash for me. Walking Dead, I said always before, it's been a continual stash for me just because I do like the story. So if you're into Walking Dead, make sure you pick these up. New characters and first appearances and stuff. So go ahead, Mike.
Are those stormtroopers on the cover?
They're not stormtroopers, but the princess does make a pretty funny comment in there talking about their costumes, and she was saying even their dingaling's covered up. And how many zombies actually go for their dingaling? I mean, why they got that covered? I thought that was pretty funny.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there are zombies that go for the dingalings. We don't know.
They're in San Francisco.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe Mike might turn into a zombie and go right for the dingaling. Who knows?
High five.
High five.
Man, we got a lot of people in this chat. Hold on right here. We got
okay,
Deadpool
go ahead. Catch us up on that.
Yeah, Deadpool 2323. Great Legend is in the house. Let's see. Bruce Zayas popped in here. SS Comic Reader. Cap Needed Vibrators. Area 51. I think I shouted him out before. And our chat's just jumping right now. So
they're here to see you, Mike.
They are here to see me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't have a fucking show last week because.
That's right, we did.
Because you're a fucking microphone.
And your sideways screen. Don't forget that. Don't place all this on me. It was
that is true.
YouTube. About Michael Will. He asked. He's talking about you're going out. You're the zombie dingaling monster. So, hashtag that, right? Once you
hashtag
go talking about zombie dingalings, once you jump in there, Mike, and give us your next book.
Let's do a book I can't pronounce, but we'll just call him Cochise, and it's Cochise #1, The Deathless, by Mike Magnolia, 1 of 6. This book opens with Cochise and Hellboy, beating the shit out of each other. Then it flash forwards as I guess they're friends now, and then it goes right into Cochise's origin, which is fucking awesome. He's like an immortal demon. And pretty cool stuff. I'm going to pick up the whole series, I think. I really like this character, so this is a stash for me.
And nobody else read that one this week, so we'll go to Paul.
Yeah, I'm just the other guy on the show,
No, I was crossing some stuff off my list.
Hey, Spanky. Countdown strange Roman numerals here.
I think you should change his name to that now.
So let's do get the last of the probably bigger books out of the way and do Batman White Knight. Still really digging this. It's a great story, and clearly throughout this issue they're isolating Batman. He's just being cut off from everybody. Everybody's kind of changing their tune and saying, he's kind of a fucking nutball. So it's an interesting story where he's like all by himself now, pretty much by the end of this book, I think. So I'm just going to keep picking this up. It's really good.
What about you, Mike? You read it?
Yeah, this is my pick of the week right here. Awesome stuff with the Neo Joker. Like Paul said, Batman's getting fucking pummeled one way. Every which way he turns, he's getting fucking shit upon. Commissioner Gordon is finally giving in to Napier, and they're having superheroes create a police squad And that's basically the rest of the Bat family, like Nightwing and Batgirl and all that shit. So pretty good stuff. This whole series has been good. Pick of the week right there. Batman, White Knight.
I think this is pretty much my pick of the week as well. You can see then how Joker or Jack is slowly manipulating everybody, like Paul was saying, where he's talking to Commissioner Gordon saying, hey, why does Batman, if Batman really wants to stop crime, he would actually give you some of his technology he uses. Why is he being selfish and hold it for himself? So now he's just twisting it around to where people are going, wait a minute, that's right. I don't like the Duke in this book at all. I think he's kind of an idiot. I don't like his character. But overall, it's still a pretty great book, and looking forward to. I think how many issues are in this one?
6,
I think.
8. It says 8 on here.
Oh,
8.
it says 8.
Yep.
Never mind.
So,
go
ahead.
I was just going to say, if we haven't managed to sell you on this book yet, Harley Quinn side boob.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. They have a sex scene in here.
Let me find it. I got to show it.
Okay. We'll let Mike find the Harley Quinn side boob before we move on. There we go. Let me.
Oh, there's even better ones than that.
Better ones than that?
The next page, I think.
Mike is scouring the pages.
Isn't there one where she's kind of like straddling him?
Oh. Well, that one down there.
Yeah, there we go. I guess you couldn't. You just couldn't see it when you were.
Yeah, it's the same page.
His finger was covering it on purpose. He wanted to save it for himself for later. He didn't want anybody to violate it and put their eyes all over it.
He's like, stay away from my fucking Harley.
Yep, stay away from my.
We'll get to that during the Stashies.
Comic Reader says new ice cream flavor, Harley side boob. And,
Mike would buy it.
Mike would.
Shit. I would. Side boob.
He'd even buy the ones
boob.
with cherries in it. So, moving on, let's go to my next book. That is Crosswind number 6. This is the final one in this series. They said they're going to be back, but this wraps up this first story arc. I don't want to give it away. It ended totally different than what I thought it would. And it kind of left me going, what? Why? But it was still a pretty good story. And they said they're going to be back, but they don't know when. And I don't know what they would do. Maybe the characters would get back together and have to fight off other people. I don't know. But I thought this was kind of interesting. This was the unpublished banned book variant cover design, which is a cover swipe off of Shel Silverstein. Silverstein. Okay, his book. I thought that was pretty cool. Maybe it got banned because they wouldn't allow the use of it. I don't know. But this was definitely a stash. Like I said, it ended completely different than what I thought it was going to. So if you haven't picked up this series, pick it up in a trade or go try to find the floppies. It was a pretty good read. I know, Paul, you read most of it and you thought it was pretty good. I think Mike read most of it as well.
Oh yeah, it's a great series. But now I'm kind of like, didn't end how I wanted. It made you go, why? I'm like,
So yeah, I mean, and maybe that's why it could pick up later and give us something totally new. I don't know, but we'll go back to you started off with Batman. Mike, what's your next book?
Let's do Batman 38. This book fucking sucks as well. I don't know what's happening with Batman. Batman has been awesome all last year, and just recently it's kind of fell off. Apparently, this kid in here is a new villain, so first appearance alert. He thinks he's Bruce Wayne or something. I don't know. This book was shit, so it's a blast for me. I like the preview of that Sideways character more than I did this book. This Sideways character. So I enjoyed that more than this actual story. So
I didn't even read that Sideways character one because I was going to wait for the book to come out. I don't want to know anything what's going on because it seemed like they gave quite a few pages away in there. So I'm just going to hold off. Now, this book here definitely is a filler issue that has its own story, incomplete, doesn't tie in anything else. I do like that. That's kind of moving away from the whole. Like I don't mind Catwoman and Batman getting married. I enjoy that part of it, but the whole past two issues with them like doing a double date and all that crap that was too much of the human element in there. This I thought felt a little more fell more into his detective mode where he's trying to figure stuff out. So this was actually better to me than the last couple issues. Not saying it was great, but definitely better than the last couple for me. So it's a stash for me. And
Great.
Go ahead.
Great Legend had mentioned Brian Spaceboy 227. He just got a nice run of X-Men books. I just watched that video. He's got some great books going on in that one. And DruManchu agrees with us. He's like, "What the hell is going on in 38? It was all over the place." So.
Wow, I'm surprised that Drew liked the double date better than that because he was on our show before and he did not like Tom King's writing when it came to that. At least that's my take from what he was saying. But I'm surprised by that. I figured he would like this one better than the double date one. But there we go. DruManchu keeps us on our toes. Jump into Paul. What's your next book? Wow, Mike is fingering his spine over there.
Just briefly, Gambit Rogue. Say it with me, SS Comic Reader. Fuck Marvel.
Fuck Marvel.
Just this piece of shit needs to go away. It was horrible.
The only reason this book is better than Rise of the Black Panther or Black Panther in the Cave or whatever the fuck that book is called, Rogue's hot as fuck in here. That's it.
That's it? Just both of you guys blasted all the hell?
Oh, it was a piece of shit.
Well,
I'm not a big Gambit Rogue fan anyway, but fucking.
I haven't read it yet though.
They're on a couple's retreat.
Read it when you feel you need to punish yourself.
Well, see, DruManchu is saying that it is a solid book. So I don't know.
You are wrong.
Okay, so that was quick and easy. Turd. Let's go in. I guess I'll do. This is my last book for the week. Captain America 697. I like the past couple of Captain Americas. What's up?
DruManchu said Gambit called her out on making out with Deadpool, and that was pretty funny, I guess. All right, I'll give DruManchu that one.
Okay, we got a couple panels of goodness, and I do like that cover on that Captain America.
Yeah, with the Craven.
Yeah, hell yeah, anything with Craven on it, I'm gonna like.
So the first thing I thought about in this book, so they capture Captain America. He's playing pool with this chick, and he ended up getting drugged, and he wakes up. I don't know how the hell he woke up in his Captain America uniform because he was wearing a hat and T-shirt and jeans in the bar, but he wakes up wearing his full hood, cold cap outfit and everything. And Craven says he's going to give him a chance to run before he starts hunting him. All I can think of was the movie The Pest. If anybody has seen that movie at all, with John Leguizamo that came out like in 96, 97. It's a comedy movie. But Craven's ended up chasing him and another guy through the jungle trying to catch him. It kind of looked like me. No, I don't think so. Yeah. Not with that big old mane. Look at that big old mane he's got. It wasn't as good, I don't think, as the last two, but still has that older.
Well, maybe
Cap is good kind of feel. So, go ahead.
Take off your shirt and maybe your body hair will
spring up. It'll just go. Pling.
No, can't do that. Maybe after hit the gym for a few more months. Maybe we'll see that. Huey cosplay as Craven. I've got about 100 pounds to lose before that's even possible. He does kind of like a Negan, though, too, somebody said. So that is my book. I mean, it's a stash. It still has that old school cap kind of feel, the goody two shoes cap. I do like from the last issues, but it wasn't as good as the last couple. But I'll still continue to pick up cap until I don't. How about that? So that is my last book of the week. We'll jump back into. You guys did Rise of the Black Panther, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you guys don't have any more? Paul, why don't you jump in with Harley and Ivy? Let us know what you thought of that.
It was weird. I mean, I thought the series started good, and I'm just like, this is just weird. The story's not really grabbing me. It just kind of seems to wander around, not doing anything. So I don't know. I think I'm done with it.
I only wanted to pick up issue 1 because of the Adam Hughes cover.
Yeah, I mean, the art wasn't that great, and I finished reading it, and I was like, did anything happen in that book? And it was just...
Okay. Mike, you got a couple more, it looks like you got. Why don't you give us an update on those?
Stephen Hagen just popped in here. What's up, Stephen? How you feeling, brother? I got Giants #2, which is a stash for me. Love the first issue. Love this one. This is a kaiju book where people live underground and harvest the kaiju poop for resources. And these 2 kids are sent up to the surface in a gang initiation to get some of this poop. In the last issue, they got separated, and one of the kids in this book meets another gang that actually lives on the surface. And pretty good stuff. I'm going to keep picking this up. And this definite stash. Giants #2. And the only other book I read this week, which I haven't been reading, I picked it up just for the Infinity Quest, was Guardians of the Galaxy 150. Really didn't do much. I haven't been reading it, so I can't give an honest, review of this. So you do get to see the return of Adam Warlock, which is leading up into... I don't have the thing. I guess I do. Is leading up to this story right here.
It's upside down.
Oh, it's upside down, goddammit. Get your shit together. Infinity Countdown.
It's in Stranger Things.
Yes. So apparently the Infinity Gems were remade, and all these characters are going to get one. Like, Wolverine's going to have the Space Gem, and Gamora's going to have one. Loki's going to have one. I'm pretty interested to see what goes on in here. How Thanos is going to be involved, because he's going to stick his dick into something. So,
hashtag me too.
That's probably the first one Mike's gonna go after. As soon as you turn into a zombie, a good old big old Thanos one.
That's the variant, the Thanos penis. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet on his dick.
Dude, I don't like how you cupped it. You cupped it and put your hand up. You did. See, just like that. That's not child friendly TV.
What about our show is child friendly?
Well, yeah, but Dick, Stick, and Thanos. Yeah, hashtag it. Should you? On that, I'm not too hot on that art though from that Infinity, whatever it is. Yeah, well,
Eddie the comic guy showed up. Hey, Eddie.
I haven't seen him in forever. But yeah, who's the artist on that? Do you know? I think that's the cover for cover A.
Covered by Nick Bradshaw.
Yeah, see, I don't like how Wolverine looks there. That's just me though.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Did
you do have some Funko news tonight, don't you?
I do, not too much.
Well, go ahead and jump into it there, Mike.
Shut your Funko mouth!
I'm going to stuff my face with some pizza. Will you do that?
All right, real quick, guys.
Gee, that's something different from every week.
It is. It's vegetarian pizza.
Real quick, so we can get right into the Stashy Awards. if you see Slash from the Guns N' Roses collection, pick him up. The whole lawsuit with Gibson and everything, or I think it's Gibson. I'm not sure what the.
I think it is Gibson. Yeah.
Pick him up. You never know what's going to happen. So I heard that through the grapevine. Today, Target kicked off its 8 weeks of exclusives. I think it started at 2 a.m. The first one is holographic Kylo Ren, and it looks like a piece of shit. I don't even want it. They announced a Chewbacca with the AT-ST coming out in March. I'm sure you all have seen pictures of that. Hellboy with the flaming crown on his head is coming in April. And we're getting a Bazooka Joe Dorb. And that is it. I did pick up one Funko this week. Excuse me. And that is my second Chase. My Chase Razor Ramon with the NWO gear on. Really happy to have this. Was a big NWO fan in back in the day. So found him just sitting on the shelf in FYE. You guys pick up any Funkos this week?
I picked up one this week. Kind of found it. Walmart normally has their section full of Funkos, and I found this actually in the book section, kind of out of the way, and that is Pennywise with the wig.
I love that one. That one's awesome.
Yeah, that is a really cool looking pop. So that's the only one I got this week.
Awesome.
I got a few for Christmas, but I showed it off my video. I got the Target exclusive Hella pop.
I think I got that one too. But I think I picked that up a couple weeks ago. But people,
I got the 2-pack of Spider-Gwen and She-Hulk.
Tell us how you feel about 2-packs, Mike.
I want the Blue Beetle Booster Gold one. That's in my LCS.
That just totally failed on it, didn't it, Paul?
Yeah, it did.
Normally, he's like, I fucking hate 2-packs. I'm never gonna buy them. Now he's like, I want that one.
Well,
I got a metal fig. First metal fig I've ever owned. The Spider-Gwen one. What else did I got? I know I got another Funko. I forgot what it was. Dang it, it's on my shelf in my room. So yeah, I got a few, but they're for Christmas though. So you were going to say something else, Mike?
I was. Oh,
yeah.
Since we are in a Funko segment here, I'm going to do the first part of this giveaway. I promised. Now I'm going to let you guys. If you're not into Funko Pops, don't fucking.
I'll be right back.
All right. See you later. I'm going to answer and try to get these Funko. Let someone who actually wants these Funkos, answer these questions. Real easy. I'm going to give you a question, answer. First one to get it in the chat. I got 5 Funkos sitting in the box ready to be shipped to your house. Anyone can enter. Here we go. You got your Google shit ready? Question is, I need the year Funko was founded and what their original bobblehead was. The year Funko was founded and what the original bobblehead.
Are we waiting for an answer in the chat?
Yeah, 1897, Abraham Lincoln. Close, but not close enough. Someone be digging up a 1897 fucking Funko Pop.
What's the question, Paul?
The year Funko was founded and their first bobblehead.
Eddie says 1998.
Eddie the Comic Guy is correct. Actually, Bruce Zayas got both of them right. 1998 and the Big Boy. So I guess Bruce Zayas won.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Zayas, you are the winner. 5 Funkos heading your way. I believe I have your address. I'm not sure. If not, I'll message you.
You can just throw it. You can throw it somewhere in Idaho and you catch it.
And I think the first licensed one was Batman, wasn't it?
I think so. All right. That's the first contest. The comic books will be a little later.
Okay. I'll get my page situated. That's not it. That's not it. There it is.
And if you don't know what Big Boy is, it used to be a restaurant.
Okay. So that's it? That's all we got for Funko right now?
That's all we got for Funkos. I think we should move into these Stashy Awards.
I think we should.
Dun, 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 dun.
I wish I had some nice, cool intro to put in here, but I don't. Maybe I can do a post-edit or something. But since we're talking about pops, the first category is Pop Pick of the Year. We'll start with Paul. What's your Pop Pick of the Year?
My Pop Pick of the Year was the 10-inch Hulk from Thor Ragnarok. I would get it down to show everybody, but that freaking hammer is so fragile, I don't want to move the damn thing. But I showed it a couple weeks ago. I mean, just an amazing freaking pop. The thing is huge. You could beat a small child with it.
I think Mike's wife might say the same thing. She didn't want to touch it, but it's too fragile. You know.
What?
But he did give you a prop by saying it was really huge. Huge. Fucking huge. Huge.
Fucking huge.
Huge. What about you, Mike? What is your Pop Pick of the Year?
My Pop Pick of the Year, actually the runner-up is actually two of them I got from Airborne Sapper Comic Fan. So it wasn't really a pickup. That's why it's a runner-up. And that is Scareglow from Masters of the Universe and Spikeler from Masters of the Universe. Thank you again, Airborne. If your Cat Round Figures is in the fucking house, I like Sense when she comes on because I automatically look to the screen.
That Spikeler is weird because I most of them it says vinyl figure in tiny little letters. There it's like vinyl figure.
Yeah. So Airborne, if you're watching this, thank you. I absolutely love these pops. I probably wouldn't have got them any other way without paying an exorbitant amount of money. But that's not my pop pickup of the year. Where are you at? My favorite pop. I've been holding it onto this for all year. It came out early this year, and that's Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. My favorite character in the game. Absolutely love this fucking thing. Just an amazing. His fire on his head is clear. Just great stuff. Psychotic fucking clown. I love it. So pop pickup of the year goes to Sweet Tooth. It would have been that fucking Razor Ramon, but I got that actually this year. So
I picked up. Drew's like the Walgreens Juggernaut. I think they released more of those because I've gotten 3 of them so far, and like I go down to my Walgreens now, and they have like 2 or 3 of them. I think.
See, they have them. I haven't seen one of those in a while at all. The Juggernaut.
Yeah, I didn't get Jugs till late either. Hellboy.
And that's part of the X-Men line, right?
I only got my first one this year, but I mean, I've gotten a couple more, and I think they've got 2 or 3 more still at the store.
If you pick one up for me, I'll PayPal you the money.
Okay, I'll grab you one.
I need one of those for my X-Men run. Mine.
Eddie the comic guy says I need a Sweet Tooth pop. That thing is fucking awesome. He's amazing. I saw him at GameStop in the middle of the year after it was released, and then I haven't seen him since.
My pop of the year, and it's older pop too. I think it came out before last year, but I got it last year, and actually need to thank Jeremy for it because there's no way I would have gotten it otherwise without paying a crap ton of money for it. I mean, I bought it from him. he gave me a good deal, but it's still worth more than what I paid for it. And that is the Avengers: Age of Ultron, the Hulkbuster. This is probably one of my favorite ones up there. This is it's a massive pop too. Now it's the same size as the Hulk one, or is the Hulk one bigger than this, Paul?
Oh, much. I actually got it down because there's a lot of people in the chat who weren't on when I showed. This is the freaking Hulk one.
Either you have a really tiny head or it's a really big box.
It's well, like let's do this. I'll show a regular pop next to it.
Wow, that's even bigger than the Hulkbuster by.
I think the Hulkbuster is a 6-inch.
Wow.
I mean, this thing is huge, and it's just
huge.
It's huge, I tell you.
Huge.
And like I said, the fact that so many of these were broken when they got to the store, I had to call 6 different stores just to get one, and because the first 5 they had them, but they were all broken. So I think it's much rarer than people think it is.
Update on that chat. Did anybody say what their favorite one was? I know you talked a couple, Mike. Is there anybody else in the chat saying
Great Legend mentioned the Sesame Street Big Bird. I'm sure that's the flocked one. Everyone's talking about that Sweet Tooth Pop. Juggernaut. Funko said Hellboy Chase is my pick, and that's an amazing Funko too. That's the one I think he's got the full horns instead of the cut-off horns. Bruce A said Baxter Stockman. I still haven't got that one yet. DruManchu said Walgreens Juggernaut is his pop of the year. And that is it. Jason Smith said, I'm getting a pop Star Wars 40th anniversary TIE Fighter. So.
And Brian Space Boy said the same thing. He said the ones for the Hulk that he saw were all broken. It's the head of the hammer just breaks off on all of them in shipping. So
Stephen Higgins just said the glow in the dark Ghost Rider bike. That's a thorn in my side right now because we talked about it in our private chat how I ordered that from my comic store, and I asked about it today or the other day. They said, "Oh no, we never ordered it for you, even though it was on my previews list to be ordered." So that irritates me just a tad. But
I
see, Steven, you went and got them all pissed off now.
Yeah, you got me pissed off. Now I can't do the show anymore.
I ordered mine through Clark Toys or Entertainment Earth, and it said it shipped, but the East Coast right now is going through a major fucking snowstorm, and it's like fucking ice age out here, so mail's put on hiatus, so I haven't got it yet.
Real quick too, I messaged Kat in the chat. I'm not sure if she responded back yet. I sent her out a package the other day. I was supposed to get there by 8 o'clock tonight, but I don't know if weather is making a difference on that too. So let me know in the chat if you got that today. It was supposed to be delivered by 8. So
who'd you mail a package to?
Kat.
Oh, okay.
Just as a reminder too, that if you guys, you guys are doing it pretty well in the chat right now. But any of these categories we're going over, throw your pick out there too. Throw what your favorite toy line is, or throw what your favorite indie book was, so we can go through and kind of check it out as we're going along. So we'll move to category number 2, favorite pop series of the year.
Hold on, real quick. Jason Smith had asked how much the Hulk was, and I think it was $39.99 at the store. $29.99. $29.99, and I know they're already going for over $100 online. So,
yeah, those are going to be rare to get just because of the whole hammer situation.
Yeah. So if you see one, grab it, no doubt. Favorite pop line for me, I love the whole line in the comics and everything, and no doubt in the pops as well. It's the Bombshells line. I really love these pops. I've tried to pick up everyone. I think I'm missing 1 or 2 of them still, but just a lot of detail, and just I like how they look. I mean, they've got that sepia kind of tone to them, and they're just really cool.
Jason Smith wanted to know where you got the Hulk. I think it's a Target exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Target exclusive.
$29.99 at Target.
Yeah, Eddie says he has crazy glue. We don't care. He'll buy one anyhow. Mike, what about you? What's your favorite pop series for the year?
Pop series of the year. Stevens Higgins' favorite pop series of the year is Stranger Things. So, couple runners up for me. You know, like Paul said, the Bombshells were amazing. The Hellboy pops are just fucking amazing as well. Mortal Kombat had some good ones, but of course, my favorite pop line of the year. Let me switch back to my camera. Masters of the Universe. This new line they got coming out. It's right up my alley. Here's the whole line for this new series. I got most of them. I don't have Stratos or Beastman yet, but there's that. And then, of course, throughout the year, they were releasing the Dorbs. Here's the Skeletor Dorb.
Here you go, Mike. The Flock Beast, man.
Fuck you. And the Dorbs rides, the He-Man on the Battle Cat. So, Masters of the Universe line all the way. They've been putting out some good stuff. So, Eddie the Comic Guy said, my favorite line is the Star Wars Rebels set. Who else? So, all five are broke.
DruManchu said the Rick and Morty pops.
You know, me and DruManchu, we're having a little discussion on Facebook. 3 episodes of Rick and Morty, and I don't find the humor in it. It's just me. I mean, I love South Park, I love Simpsons, fucking all that shit, American Dad, all that crap. I just can't get into this Rick and Morty shit. I'm done. So,
I don't know if they came out last year, but I started collecting them last year, and that's the new X-Men line. That's Cable and Archangel and Psylocke and all those. That's I don't. The only ones I really try to get the full set for are usually the Marvel ones, and that's probably been my favorite one this year. So
I'm shocked you picked one with Cable. You know
why is that? I don't have like many Cable books. I was trying to pick a character to dress up as that kind of fit, because you definitely don't want no big fat Spider-Man running around. My gut hanging out, running around the neighborhood. It's just creepy.
Well, then you could be Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Man.
I could have been Peter Porker. Damn it! Why didn't I think of that sooner? God damn.
Alex the Comic Hoarder said, "I'm with you, Mike." He's talking about the Rick and Morty shit. Brian Spaceboy 227. If I get any pops, I will collect the Masters of the Universe pops. Bad Avengers in here. He said he finally bought his first 2 pops: Sonic the Hedgehog with the emerald, and the other with the ring, looking for Super Sonic.
And Jason Smith is trying to sell you some Cable books now.
Maybe. Well, I'll look into it. Okay. Maybe I'll get a hold of you after. And those ones you had some in the auction a few weeks back, I thought, and I almost bid on it, but I think I didn't. I think I had to go eat dinner, so I didn't get chances to finish it up. Okay, so jumping into the books now for the year, we'll start with Marvel books. We'll start with Mike this time, because I know what Paul's going to say. We'll start with Mike.
No, you don't.
I do.
A couple runners up. All New Wolverine has been fantastic since issue number 1. Not sure when it started, but consistently, this has been great. Another one. Here's another All New Wolverine right there. All New Wolverine. All New Wolverine.
Detecting a trend here.
The other runner-up I have was Old Man Logan. Since issue 1. Love it. Another Old Man Logan. But my pick book of the year has to go to Thanos.
That's a shocker.
Yeah, I'm shocked and amazed.
So
you're so deep on his stick, it's not even funny.
Yep, he is. My Marvel books, man. there haven't been a whole lot of Marvel books this year that I've liked. I picked up X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue, followed those for a few issues each, and kind of dropped off. But Marvel themselves this whole past year has been pretty bad, as far as I'm concerned. I do have a few titles that I do like, if they just come up right toward the end, and I'll just go through probably here. So Punisher the Platoon, Garth Ennis back on Punisher. I'm digging that. God, it's hard to put any good Marvel books. Most of them are pretty crappy. New Cap is good. I've been digging this run as well. And I don't know if it's just one of the newest ones in my head, and I'm sure that Mr. Rob is going to love this too. That's because it has Thing in it. Marvel Toon 1. This was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm hoping to pick up more of these and hopefully follow through. Hopefully Fantastic Four the rest of them might show up. We'll see. But I mean, there's 2 and 1, so I doubt they're going to throw a 4 in there. But
Great
I guess it's going to be my Marvel pick of the year. So,
Great Legend said he likes the infamous Iron Man, which is the Doctor Doom Iron Man. Alex the Comic Hoarder said my pick for book of the year was Darth Vader. I'm not even going down that Star Wars book because I will spend so much money on just the Star Wars books, and I got all these other books to buy. But I would love to start reading Darth Vader. Yeah. Secret Empire. DruManchu says Secret Empire, Thor, Thanos, Moon Girl, and Devil Dinosaur, and Astonishing X-Men. Beyond the Blast Doors is in here. Funkoff said Moon Knight. So, pretty varied opinions.
let's jump in with Paul, and maybe he might shock us with his Marvel pick of the year. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, I know you're expecting me to say fuck Marvel, and for the most part, yes, fuck Marvel. This was probably my hardest one to answer this year because fuck Marvel. Is that enough for you, SS Comic Reader? Marvel 2-in-1 was great. What was the other one? Strange Tales that they did at the same time. I mean, they're both one issue, so I can't really pick them for best series. As far as the series I read from start to finish, I'm gonna have to go with Venomverse. That's pretty much the only thing that I read from start to finish and actually kind of enjoyed. Other than that, everything was shit.
Okay. I got a piece in my mouth. I thought you were going to take a little longer.
Fuck Marvel. Fuck Marvel. Fuck
Thank
Marvel.
you. I'm good. It's clear. Pizza is clear. Pizza is clear.
Okay.
Well,
Drew mentioned Unworthy Thor, but I think most of that was in last year because I know I picked that as like my series of the year in the last Stashies because I loved that series.
You did.
Okay, jumping into DC Book of the Year. I was trying to remember tonight. I think, and maybe I was wrong. The Rebirth's been out for over a year now, right? Did it come out in 2016? I'm trying to remember.
End of 2015, wasn't it?
Okay,
I mean, we're up to like 50 on some of these freaking things.
Yeah, I think we went over that with the first Stashies, like favorite Rebirth book. So I knew I didn't want to jump into that. So my DC Book of the Year, we're actually almost, I think they're considered eligible titles. Batman White Knight, that's been consistently good. I've been enjoying that a lot. That's my runner-up. But my number one pick for the DC Book of the Year is, and they still haven't put out the second half yet, and that's Batman Dark Knight Charming.
That was an amazing book.
Just the presentation of the book, the hardbound book, the art inside, the story itself. Dude, this was freaking awesome. I can't wait to pick up the second book of this. This is definitely my DC Book of the Year. It's not your traditional comic book, but this is my DC pick totally of the year. And we'll jump into Paul. What's yours? DC Book of the Year.
My DC Book of the Year is just, last year I think it was my best series of the year, best ongoing series of the year, and that's Deathstroke. I mean, I think it's quietly been the most consistent, most awesome series DC is doing. It's you got to put a lot into it to really follow the whole story. I mean, it's a convoluted storyline and everything. It's just an amazing book. It's worth it to pick it up and just spend some time with it. And as a matter of fact, Trinity just popped in, and I know last year when I talked about how awesome Deathstroke was, he picked it up and he said, "That's an amazing book."
They're talking about your catchphrase in the chat too.
They're going to put that on my gravestone.
They are. I knew Paul. He used to say "fuck Marvel" all the time. But Mike, what's your DC book of the year?
To Trinity, who popped in here, man. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing okay. My DC pick of the year. Got some runners up for you. Up until recently, fucking Batman has been great. And Batman. Here's Batman again. But I think that's a double date issue. Yeah, fuck that book. Superman has been great. I think my pick for DC, this was tough for me. Here's another issue of Superman. My pick for DC book of the year has to go to Super Sons, which has been good since issue 1. So
that was my
Super
pick
Sons.
last year. Hey. Super Sons, eh? We need Jeremy in here to do that because we want to get off topic, do something a little dirty. He'll just say, "Super Sons, eh? Let's get back on track." He was our bearings here. So, moving on to, look, I lost Paul there for a second. He's back. Why don't
little one come in and start asking me questions? So,
Alex DeCarlo said you could slap Art Germ on a Vixen book and it would go from canceled to #1 book of the month.
Probably. Why don't we jump into our #1 indie book of the year? We'll start with you, Paul.
All I have to say is go watch Cat Ren's video because the #1 indie book of the year is Shirtless Bear Fighter. No question about it. That was completely came out of nowhere. Total breath of fresh air. Just stupidly fucking funny, and it was just amazing. And Cat Ren did a movie for it, so there you go.
That's right. I watched that video too.
That was the greatest thing. I laughed my ass off. Her and the grumpy bear. That was fucking amazing.
DruManchu picked Black Hammer, which was probably my second pick. That was a great book, Black Hammer.
Cat Bear Fighter.
Okay, Mike, what about you? Your favorite indie book of the year?
Man, so many great indie books this year. You know, I never was a big indie guy. I mean, you got The Realm this year, Elsewhere, Crosswinds, and of course all the stuff Valiant's been putting out with the new Ninjak and Bloodshot. But I also went with Shirtless Bear Fighter as my pick of the week because that shit was fucking funny. So.
I have a few runner-up. Shirtless Bear Fighter was one of my runner-ups. That was a great book this year. Another runner-up was Reborn. That was a good series, a good run on that one as well. Yeah, it came to 2017. I double-checked it. I was thinking
February-ish.
Yeah, it was early in the year. But this is a runner-up for me as well. Another runner-up, Pestilence. That was a great book too. That's still awesome. We have one more issue left on this. This has been awesome. But my #1 pick of the year, it's a humorous book. You know, on the not quite the borderline of Shirtless Bear Fighter, but Garth Ennis and
I knew where you were going.
Bastards. This wipes SJW off the map. They just say, screw all this SJW shit. We're going to say what we want, do what we want. We're going to offend as many people as we want and make fun of that whole culture. that to me is hilarious. This is my indie pick of the year. I mean, there were so many good indie books this year, though. So it's kind of hard to pick one indie book. But I would say this is one I traditionally am excited to read. I mean, I would say I read Walking Dead, but that's too mainstream for me. I'm trying to think of something that's outside of that mainstream of indie books. But Jimmy's Bastards.
I had a feeling you were going to pick that because I know every time a new issue comes out, you and I are like, "Oh, did you read it? Did you read it?"
yeah. Okay.
And Cat Red is correct. This was a very solid year for indies. I mean, I think they're finally. There's such a wide variety of stuff. I mean, the Minotaur one. I mean, there's just, you and I are big in the alternate history and the stuff like that. So things like Pestilence and the Minotaur one, and then other people are into other things. You're starting to see a good wide variety of books out there that are getting wide distribution.
Oh yeah, brother. Davis Comic-Con says my comic pick of the year is Spider Grandpa.
Well,
this year
you got too many spine ticks for me. I wouldn't pick him up.
Well, they said you'd go blind, but I ain't blind yet.
Before we jump in this category, I wanted to ask Paul real quick. So we did some Kickstarter book reviews this year. We're hoping to get back into more of that again. We just with the holiday and everything, we got kind of behind. What was your favorite Kickstarter we read this year?
Rum Row. Just an amazing book. I mean, and actually that was one of my runner-ups for cover of the year, the cover to Rum Row 2, where it's got the spilled rum bottle where the rum forms the skull with the knife in it. I thought that was just a well-composed, great cover. But I mean, it's a very rich world he's created. It's deep. It's just an amazing book.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that too. We talked about alternate worlds or alternate histories. That's what kind of made me think of some of the indie books we read too. But Rum Row is probably my favorite too. I think we both picked up issues 1 and 2, and I'm looking forward to issue 3 coming out too. So,
Patriotica.
You picked up that one, yeah? You liked that one, Mike, didn't you?
Yeah, that was pretty decent.
A lot of big boobies for you.
Lots of big meat and potatoes. Hashtag it, meat and potatoes.
And Kat Wren mentioned Paradox Girl from Kickstarter is probably her favorite one. She says it's a lot like Harley. I missed that one. I'll have to check it out.
You get Brian Spaceboy 227 says my pick of early 2008 is Phoenix Resurrection. We're already getting into 2008. We ain't done with 2017 yet.
Okay, so we're gonna
calm yourself. Damn, jeez.
Who's freaking out?
Brian Spaceboy.
Yeah,
throwing out the 2018 picks. And you know how hard this was?
Yeah, it was hard to remember.
You were arguing all freaking week. I can't come up with this shit.
Yeah. Jumping out of the comic book, realm for a little bit, we're gonna jump into some TV and movie stuff. And first is non-comic movie of the year. We'll start with you, Paul.
To me, there weren't really a whole ton of great this just seemed like a really shitty year for movies.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a lot that I really got into. So, I mean, for me, it was a no-brainer. You got to go with it. I mean, amazing movie, but I mean, I'm sitting there. Dunkirk was really good, but it's a slow burn movie at the start for sure. But
I hated War for the Planet of the Apes. You are now dead to me, Legend. No.
Legend's like Back to the Future. But yeah, I mean, Dunkirk was a good movie, but I mean, as far as, just grabbing the zeitgeist, we're going to go with it.
What about you, Mike?
All I saw were comic book movies. The only other non-comic book movie I saw was actually It. So It is my pick of the year for non-comic book movie. I was a fan of the original, read the book when I was younger, and loved it. So.
I'm kind of the same thing with you there, Mike. I was talking to my wife, and I said, what movies did we see this year that weren't comic book movies? She goes, none. All you saw were comic book movies. And I'm like, oh, crap. And she said Pirates of the Caribbean. And I said, no, that was a stinker, dude. I hated that one. The only other one I think of that's a new movie that I saw this year was War for the Planet of the Apes. I guess I got to go with that because I don't have anything else. So, sorry, I just lost Mike too now. Mike, I'm dead to him. Okay, so moving on.
Well, it's hard to pick one when that's the only fucking movie you watch.
Oh, see, Blade H12 said Beauty and the Beast, and that my wife said she suggest that, and I said no.
You know what? I like that.
Oh my goodness!
I thought it was well done.
You're dead. You're dead. You're dead.
Although at the end I was still looking for, like in the cartoon where you got the dresser that's got the bat that's just waiting for a human to fuck up. I was waiting for that and I never saw him.
Star Wars Rogue One, that came out 16, didn't it?
Yeah,
that came out December of 16. So the one Star Wars movie for this year would have been the
Last Jedi.
Yeah, Last Jedi. Yeah.
And I still haven't seen it, so I can't. And I've heard so many mixed reviews about it.
Just take it as a Star Wars movie and move on. That's all I got to do. I don't try to delve too much into the Force doesn't do that. The Force doesn't do that. I just
no. The one thing that I heard over and over from people is, and I think even Mike said this: can't they do one original idea? It's just a rehash of stuff that's come before.
Pretty much.
And I've heard that from a lot of people. DruManchu mentioned Baby Driver. I've heard that was really good. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. John Wick 2 was good. It wasn't as good as the first one. I thought that because John Wick 2 was more of the same as John Wick 1, so you kind of knew what it was. When I saw John Wick 1, I was like, what the fuck is this? Because nobody was expecting that.
People haven't mentioned.
He could freaking.
Easy.
His wife's going on a rant. The chunkla's gonna fly.
I said something that wasn't glowing about John Wick 2, so she's. Oh. I just said it wasn't as good as the first one because.
Aliens Covenant. I mean, it wasn't that great, but it was still better than that.
Didn't Prometheus?
Well, Prometheus was like 2-3 years ago.
I know, but I'm saying you think the new Alien movie is better than Prometheus?
I think it fits right along the same lines. I kind of like Prometheus, but I mean, it's not Aliens or Aliens 2, but.
So while Paul's muted and screen's off there, I'm getting ready to jump off here for real quick.
No, Drew just had the comment of the week with who's getting the chancla.
Legend said she's gonna murder you like John Wick. Hold on. So let's jump into our favorite comic book movie then for the year. We'll start with Mike.
Runner up had to be Logan. I got the big ass Logan there. I had that up all year. But my pick for movie of the year has to be Thor Ragnarok. Fucking awesome, man. Special effects, the music. Hella was awesome.
There's the chancla.
Richard's pupils.
Hit him in the head.
She did just hit me in the head. And we may miss Dave for a little bit because I do think I just heard something about a child puking.
No, that was not a child puking.
No, I thought she said so and so just puked.
Paul thought he heard you say child was puking, not P.O. box.
A lot of people saying Wonder Woman already. Wonder Woman.
Oh. Okay, so my turn. I have a couple of runners up. It's kind of hard to. Spider-Man, Homecoming. That's probably third.
Just go fuck yourself.
Wonder Woman second, and then Thor first. Those are my three top right there. I'll go with Paul. What's your favorite comic book movie of the year?
Let's do number 3 was Thor. Number 2 is Wonder Woman, but number 1 is Logan all the way. I mean, it was just an amazing movie. I thought it was a great sign off for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. To me, it wasn't a great comic book movie. It was a great movie.
Trinity said Iron Man Homecoming sucked. That's the best line of the night. That's
Right.
exactly what it was.
Yep.
Aw, somebody's jealous. Say here, looking at the other comments in the chat. Oh, Brian Spusher said he hasn't seen Thor yet.
What?
Why is this open?
What? I'm sorry. I like the viewers, but just fucking go watch that movie now. It was great. I mean, I loved it.
I don't have a P.O. box there, Jason Smith.
Everybody's saying, "Oh, you should watch Wonder Woman because Gal Gadot is in it." Fucking yeah, she's hot, but I could go to Pornhub. So
Justice League. How about Justice League?
The one fail. I mean, I don't know if it's a failing or. I thought Thor. Well, Blade just said it's funny as hell. It definitely had that Guardians of the Galaxy feel to it. I mean, it had that same kind of comedy as Guardians of the Galaxy. But it was just a great movie. I mean, Trinity's like the trailers turned me off, too much humor. It had a lot of humor, more than the first couple, but it felt generic. It felt like it, it wasn't forced in like, say, Suicide Squad. But
oh god.
I mean, I want my Thor to be a badass fucking movie, but I thought it was, I thought the humor worked in it. It wasn't overwhelming.
I thought it was great.
Paul's wife has chimed in. Now she thought it was great. Moving on.
It was a great movie.
Don't disagree with their. We have to.
I'm gonna get another fucking chancla.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have to deal with it, dude. We're probably gonna get chanclas upside the head when we're down there in Dallas, dude.
Oh, in Dallas, I'm gonna film that shit. You guys are getting fucking chanclas all over the place. She's gonna be like, "Remember when you said waka?"
So, moving on to best comic TV show. I'll start with what's she saying?
She's like cracking up in the background.
That's because you missed it. She flew the chancla at me, and it.
I hit it.
Chancla safety zone. Best comic TV show. I'm gonna have to go with Punisher. That's probably be my comic book TV show of the year. I mean, they had a few others out this year. They had Gifted and Runaways released last year. But I'm gonna have to go with Punisher just because Frank Castle is my man, and that's it. Although he didn't lose a lot of blood and get beat up a lot, I don't know how any normal person would have survived that. But moving on to Paul, if he can talk.
One moment. I would just sit. I was going to type it in, but yeah, it's all good. Trinity, we understand. Because he said he may not be able to make Dallas this year.
Yeah.
For me, are you ready, everybody? This is going to shock everybody. Riverdale.
Wow, I mean, I didn't even think of that as a comic book movie. I mean, it is Archie, so it is okay. Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I went into it expecting to hate it, and I was hooked. I mean, I thought Punisher was good. I wanted a little more punishing, but Riverdale was fucking awesome. And Alex agrees, so I'm all good.
DruManchu agrees. So
yeah, I mean, it was just
everybody in the chat right now. Archie, really? Archie? Question mark? Question mark? Wow! Everybody's kind of shocked at that choice.
When I picked it, I was like, this is gonna shock some people, but I also see a lot of people, Drew saying it rules, and Alex loves it, and
y'all coming out the closet now, all you Riverdale fans. Now I have to go watch it.
See, I've heard it was good. I listened to the podcast and they were talking about it, said it was actually pretty good. I mean, guys in their upper 30s and 40s talking what a great show it was. I just never has even tried watching it.
Yeah. I mean, does it have kind of the 90210 soap opera element? Sure, it does. But I mean, it's got mystery and shit. And supposedly, eventually, they're going to bring the whole Archie zombie shit into it. And who knows? I mean, there's so many ways they can go with it.
Oh, I forgot about Happy. That just got released right before Christmas.
Oh, I forgot about Happy as well. I haven't watched enough of it to.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. That was it. What about you, Mike? What's your favorite comic book TV show this year?
You like Gilmore Girls, Mike. You will love
You like Golden Girls. You might like Riverdale too.
Thank
you for being my friend.
I watched the full series of Gilmore Girls, so fuck you.
And you say I'm dead to you because I liked Spider-Man. What the? Oh,
and I would like to point out I'm way behind, so I can't offer an opinion on it. But I've heard a number of people say that Legends of Tomorrow has been amazing this year.
Okay, we've cut off Mike 3 times now. Go ahead, Mike. Please, stage is yours.
The mom from
Go ahead. Come on. You can get it out.
Is hot, so fuck you. My runner-up for comic book movie of the year.
TV show
goes to The Gifted. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love all the mutants. It is getting some slowdown on it, and I'm behind like 3 episodes. But of course, my favorite is The Punisher. Absolutely loved it. I want more Punisher.
I want more Punisher too, and I want him to punish this time instead of all this fucking exposition and shit.
I do agree it was slow, but the story was fucking amazing. So
I want the Punisher that was in Punisher Warzone who just fucked shit up.
Alex, the comic hoarder, mentioned Runaways, which I'm also watching right now. And I'm intrigued, so I think I'm on like 3 or 4 episodes.
Wait. So. Nobody picked Inhumans?
Oh, yeah. Let's just pick Inhumans.
Fucking humans.
With the teriyaki mist.
Fucking.
Yes, he is. He's there.
All I, Brian Spaceboy said is Riverdale, kind of like 227, then watch. All I would say is open your mind and just watch the first couple episodes and tell me you don't get hooked.
Are Betty and Veronica hot?
Oh, God, yes.
All right, I'm sold.
I thought you were more of a Jughead kind of guy. Make you a sandwich and stuff. Okay, moving on. Paul, what about your non-comic book TV show? Do you have one of those this year?
Game of Thrones.
Is that this year?
That's every fucking year.
Well, it's not. It's season 8 or next season. Not supposed to be out till 2019.
Yeah, that's the first time it's been more than a year. I mean,
that's gonna suck balls.
Yeah, I mean, just a great fucking show. I mean, it was. And J Rod said, "What season's Riverdale on?" I think they're just finishing up the 2nd season. But yeah, Game of Thrones. I just can't. There were a number of other shows that I watched and liked, but if there's one show that I was like, I cannot miss an episode, I need to watch this right fucking now, it's Game of Thrones. And I mean, it's just like the fucking the supply train episode with the fucking. I mean, you see them dragons coming in, just go sold.
What do they do?
How far have you gotten?
He just wants you to make that noise again.
How far have you gotten in the show? I don't know what season you're on.
Like season 3 or 4.
Yeah, I just when you get to the newest season and you see a supply train, shit's about to go down. That's all I'm gonna say.
He still didn't get it. I just wanted him to make the fucking noise again.
Yeah, he just wanted you to make the dragon sound again. That's all he wanted you to do.
That one.
Mike, what about you? Favorite non-comic book TV show?
Stranger Things, all the way.
That was my second pick.
That's it. This Stranger Things. Anything else?
I don't remember me watching anything. What else is there?
I don't know. I have a few Vikings, but it's been hard for me to kind of watch it a little bit lately. They're going over with Igar the Boneless.
Ivar.
Ivar.
See, I love that show, but I'm related to most of these people, and so it's like when they killed off my 38th great grandfather, I was like, this sucks.
Are you talking about Ragnar?
Yeah.
Um,
and the line that I go through with Sigurd, the snake eye.
mm-hmm.
He's also one of my grandfathers.
Multiple grandfathers.
Well, one was my 38th great grandfather, and one was the 37th.
Second show, Stranger Things, and I totally spaced it, but now I've got to change my mind. It's got to be Game of Thrones. It's one of those shows that I never miss. It's on Sunday nights. We're like, oh, bedtime, kids, time to go to bed. We're watching Game of Thrones. So that's one of the shows that my wife and I definitely would not miss. We started going back and rewatching the older episodes, but we kind of stopped doing that because everything else going on. So moving on. Back to the comic books.
Back to the comic books.
Cover of the year. Let's start with you, Mike.
Cover of the year goes to Harley Quinn number 30. Harley.
I was just going to say, is that the Halloween one?
It's fucking, I don't know, something about this cover. I would get this fucking tattooed on my back. I love Halloween. I love hot chicks, especially when they got a big ass mallet between their legs. I don't know, man. This cover of the year.
Wow.
Mallet between their legs, a feeling you're totally unfamiliar with. I'm thinking.
A little bit.
On the lower back, you get a lower back tattoo?
Tramp stamp.
A tramp stamp.
Okay, moving on. This was a hard one for me to pick, because I couldn't think of anything. I mean, I love the Frank Cho Harley Quinns. It's the reason I picked those up. I'm starting to dig Art Germ a little bit more, so I just could not come up with cover of the year. I did like I forgot which Harley Quinn it was. It was the black and white issue. A cover that Cho did with Harley Quinn in a big dress. I mean, it was very intricate. A lot of lines going through it. It was very cool looking. I can't remember what number it is, and I didn't dig it out because I didn't think about Harley Quinn until you just showed that book, Mike. But it has to be Frank. Frank Cho's probably one of my favorite covered artists at all time. So
now there's been some great Venomverse variants and fucking all that, but something about that cover, man, I just absolutely love it.
Trinity says you get Trump tattooed on the lower back, so it'd be called the Trump stamp. I'm gonna get it on my empty leg, so it's a Trump stump.
I will start a GoFundMe account to get that.
We should for Trinity to get Trump on his back. Go ahead, sorry, Mike.
Oh no! I'm just saying we're gonna start a GoFundMe for that shit.
We need pictures, Trinity, when you get it done.
That would be Paul.
Yes, Paul. That's you.
I have two entries for cover of the year. One is one that I own, and one that is my absolute cover of the year that I wish I owned. The one that I own, I'm gonna go with the
Art Germ.
all new Wolverine Art Germ X-23 cover. I mean, just an amazing fucking cover. I really dig this one. I'm trying to get somewhere where it's not completely fucking glaring. But just a great cover. But as far as cover of the year, everybody knows my love for Adam Hughes. I love Thor and I love Hela. So Thor 700, the 1/100 Adam Hughes variant, is, in my opinion, the most amazing cover of the year, and I wish I had it.
Okay. Mike started that one. Next is Artist of the Year. Now, I'm checking something new. My artist of the year, he's not a new guy for sure. I mean, I've recently kind of discovered him lately. I've been following his YouTube channel. What I really like about him is how he interacts with his fans. He's very supportive of his fans. He's very appreciative of all his fans. Like I said, he's not a new guy. He's been around for 20 plus years. Ethan Van Sciver. He does some amazing art too. I've seen some of his stuff, and he does live drawings on TV on the YouTube channel. He does some great stuff there. But I mean, just his personality and just how he interacts with everybody. That's why I got to give him Artist of the Year. So, what about you, Paul?
My runner-up would be Jenny Frison. She's done some amazing stuff, but I mean, Artist of the Year, and I mean, he may not be the best artist. He may not, I know some people love him, some people hate him. Art Germ, not since Alex Ross first came out with his painted covers have I seen one artist just totally grab the entire collector community. I mean, I've known about him for a little while because I have the G.I. Joe Baroness cover I did, which I think was 2015, 2016. But, I mean, this year was the year of Art Germ. Everybody's talking about Art Germ. Everybody's like, oh, my God, Art Germ did a cover. Let's fucking grab Art Germ. Oh, my God, Art Germ, Art Germ, Art Germ. He has just been the most dynamic artist in the community. I mean, it's like I said, not since Alex Ross have I seen someone just be the subject of conversation so much.
J-Rod wants to know, we're talking about cover artists or this artist actually do a comic? Or just either or.
Either or. Yeah. Whatever.
What about you, Mike?
Eddie the comic guy says, Eddie the comic guy for Artist of the Year.
Eddie does some awesome fucking art. I love Eddie's art.
He does. So I was never a big, to starting this second collection, I wasn't familiar with all the artists. Last year, I think my pick was Scotty Young because I just fell in love with him. This year, I know this guy's been around for a while, and that's David Finch. I've been picking up a lot of his stuff this year. This Brightest Day right here. Moon Knight.
I'm still looking for the bloody cover variant of that.
I want the bloody one too. Here's another Moon Knight right here. Just absolutely love David Finch this year. Been picking up a lot of his stuff, like I said. So David Finch, Artist of the Year for me. Just discovered him, so.
Okay.
Finch is a beast. I do some inking, and he's he's a challenge to ink sometimes.
These ones I don't really have. Me personally, don't have picks for yet. I've been trying to kind of figure it out. But let's go with Paul. We'll start with you. Stash of the Year.
This is gonna shock a lot of people, maybe not. It's certainly kind of out of left field, but it's an indie book. Redlands reminds me of Clean Room. In other words, really fucking twisted and fucked up, which is what I really love. I mean, it's just an amazing book. I mean, the artwork is amazing, the story is amazing, it's deep, it's rich, it's just an amazing book. I recommend everybody pick it up, and it's just I can't recommend it enough.
I read the first two issues, but I think I dropped it after that.
Yeah, but I think you liked them. I
think I liked them well enough, but I don't think it was enough to continue picking them up because I already got so much shit on my pull list.
It's just some weird witchcrafty murder shit and just it's just like it's a combination of things like Clean Room and what's the other one that Harrow County, and it's just a good book. I mean, I had trouble with this actually picking it, but I was like, you know what, Redlands is just a really good book. So,
Mike, what about you?
Cat Ren's stash of the year is Hawkeye from Marvel. Speaking of Hawkeye, next week Old Man Hawkeye comes out. Pretty excited for that. Trinity says Redneck. I'm still pulling for that one. My stash of the year actually goes to any of the one-shots from the Dark Knight universe. Here's one, Batman the Merciless. Love these characters from the Dark universe, these evil versions of Batman. Love their backstories. So any of the one-shots is my stash of the year. So,
but not the main story.
Fuck that story.
They
need to make Funko Pops of all the fucking...
I'm sure they will.
Metal Dark Batmans.
Man, thinking about it here, I looked up to make sure it came out last year too as one of those books. And that is, Trinity is talking about Redneck. That was a close second, although it's kind of petering off for me. It was really good from the beginning, and it's dropped off. But his other miniseries that he did last year, God Country, was probably one of my favorite books of the year. So I guess that's got to be my stash. I mean, there were quite a few books, but I'll go God Country. That's my stash of the year. And that just pulled it out of my air right now because I was trying to think of one earlier and I couldn't, and that popped in. So, what about?
I wasn't the only one that was really hard pick.
It was really hard pick. Jumping into Blast of the Year. Yeah, but Jeremy's talking about the kill off the character unexpectedly. I think that's what kind of gave it that human element to it a little more. So,
night, Alex.
Alex is leaving us.
Yep, and Legend too. Night Legend.
We still got another giveaway.
Yeah, we still got another giveaway, Legend. You doucher.
Legend knows everything.
10. It's going to be more like 30.
I'll be playing Call of Duty tonight in a little bit. Okay, and moving on to Blast of the Year. Mike.
I'm going last.
Mike, go ahead. You are going last.
My Blast of the Year goes to a book they hyped up all fucking year, and they put it out just recently, and that's the Doomsday Clock. They hyped this up for all this shit, and they put out issue 1, and it fucking sucked assholes. So, Doomsday Clock.
Isn't that what all the kids are doing nowadays?
What are all the kids doing?
I mean, eating ass, apparently.
Oh. Eating ass and not pumping gas.
Well, only in Seattle. Only in Oregon, man.
Hey. Leave us alone.
I almost died.
Yeah, people are almost dying pumping gas. I don't know what the hell's wrong with them.
Only a trained person can do this.
Yeah, you have to have a license to do it. My Blast of the Year. Oh God, I think it's got to go back to Captain America: The Hail Hydra. That had so much controversy behind it. I didn't like the whole Secret Empire. I didn't like any of that. I want to say I don't like Dark Knight Metal, but I'm waiting for that to kind of finish out before I give that a total grade on that.
Dark Knight
had a new subscriber.
Metal finishes in 2018, so that's going to be a Blast of the Year in 2018.
So my Blast of the Year, a series, Secret Empire. I hated it. It was hard for me to follow through. I didn't like Cap turning, although you knew that at the end they were going to have a flip to where he was good at the end of it. But
I just fell over because Trinity just said his Blast of the Year is Metal.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, he did.
Whoa. Oh, so Trinity said he forgot that, Dave. He just changed his blast, though.
Yeah.
But you can't take a blast back. Once you blasted it, you can't take it back. Sorry, Jeremy. You've
You
already
can pull
blasted
out.
a DC
You can
book.
pull out, but you can't take it back.
Thank you for that PSA, Mike. Moving on to Paul. What was your blast of the year? Let's move away from that nerdiness now. Nerdiness.
Drew, I'm sorry to do this, but fuck Marvel in general, but in a series of fucking egregious fucking horseshit, Secret Empire was the worst fucking book of the fucking year. That just fuck you. I mean, let's just take 80 fucking years of fucking history and just shove it up your fucking ass. I mean, Jesus Christ. And you know, like you said, yeah, you knew Captain America was going to turn good at the end. Well, that wasn't the fucking plan. Nick Spencer wanted to keep him fucking evil. And Marvel said, no, you don't, when everybody said, you're out of your fucking mind. So you know what? Fuck them. Fuck Secret Empire. I'm a fucking vet. Fuck you. Just fucking bullshit.
Dude, so when I said Secret Empire, I said that one kind of came to me too there toward the end. Is that why you went, oh, okay. I mean, you had Secret Empire already in the bag. Right?
Oh, Secret Empire. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That was the easiest fucking pick of every single one of these fucking things. Blast of the Year, Secret Empire.
Okay.
Fuck you, I ain't reading that shit, Drew. It's a piece of shit.
I liked it, Drew. I'm with you. Hail Hydra, motherfuckers.
If they had done it with any character other than Captain America, I'd probably be on board. But
I think the whole shock value behind it, making Cap a bad guy, that's what they were going for, of course. But it's hard to take such a character, patriotic and is as wholesome as Steve Rogers, and make him that bad guy. That was just entirely too much of a flip, I think. So.
But I agree with Kat. Fuck most of Marvel. Like I said, this is just one in a series of egregious fucking horseshit. Oh, new Hulk. Don't get me started on totally useless Hulk.
Oh God, no. So we better end it here because that was actually the last category we had, Blast of the Year.
That was second annual Stashies. That was it.
That was second annual Stashies.
Wait. We got more giveaway.
We got one.
Oh, we do. Give that giveaway, Mike.
All right, so this giveaway is the comic book portion. You'll get a little hefty stack of comic books. No Hulk 81s in there, Amazing Spider-Man, fucking 129s. I mean, that's Hueys' collection.
Yeah, that is.
But it's a hefty stack. You'll get some books.
Sorry.
Keep your Hawkman to yourself. So, my friend Paul over there has another trivia question for you, and the first one to get it, I will send a stack of comics to.
All right, this one is going to be an absolute Google foo question, but I'm kind of going to make it a little bit tougher from what I said to Mike earlier. I'm going to add a second level to it. What is the alter ego of Jim Corrigan, and who created the character?
Damn.
Damn, I don't even know that.
It's two people.
As we're looking up the answers for that, I totally spaced it. But John J. Rod talked about Civil War II. That was another atrocity for Marvel, I thought.
That's another one that straddled the years, though, isn't it?
Did it straddle?
I think that started in 2016.
Oh, well, it might have.
CBA's got half of it.
Well, CBA better come up with the second part.
Yeah, who created the character there, CBA?
Jerry Siegel and the Spectre?
It's two people that created the character.
Ooh. Got to put them both in the same line, too, for the correct answer. No rainbows.
Basically, who were the writer and artist on it when they started it? And Jason Smith knows where it showed up. What issue, Jason? Oh, Bruce Zayas has all the answers.
Butnard Bailey? Who the hell is Butnard Bailey?
You got to put it all together in one, Trinity.
You
just got to add the character, Trin.
Who's got the fastest fingers, you bastards? Oh, it's all back there. It's all coming back. Yeah, there we go. Trinity got it. Bernard Bailey, Jerry Siegel, the Spectre.
All right, Trinity. I will get this box.
And Jason almost had the bonus. It was More Fun 52. It was first appearance.
Damn.
A couple good giveaways, a lot of good people in the chat, another Stashies in the books. I think we're going to call it a night. So before we run down the panel here, last minute shout outs, Paul.
We love all you fuckers. Keep showing up. You make this shit fun.
And Mike.
Yeah, we hope to be doing the 3rd annual Stashies about this time next year. Hopefully we continue on and got a few subs here. Foil the Plot. She just reached her 100 sub milestone. She's got a little contest going on. Real easy contest. I think all you have to do is comment. So go sub her up. The Film Ben is another subscriber of mine. Sawyer 189 and Symphonic Elk is another subscriber. And someone just subscribed to me just now, and his name is Tacoma Comics. So big shout out to you guys. Thanks again for showing up. Trinity, I'll get them books out to you ASAP, and Bruce Zayas, I will get them Funko Pops out to you ASAP.
And you'll get out the Adam Hughes and the Chill cover to me ASAP.
Yeah, ASAP.
So Bruce just hit the trifecta a little late, but it's More Fun Comics 52,
Ooh,
Bernard Bailey, Jerry Siegel, Spectre.
Beyond the Blastoise, if you're looking for a contest, we are still holding our 300 sub contest, $90 worth of Star Wars merch. We're going to have to go check that out. Probably Sunday on my day off.
And I would like to reiterate, everybody should go watch the shirtless bear fighter video from Cat Ren. It's almost as good as my Spider-Gwen video, which was simply amazing.
Spider-Gwen showing up everywhere. So we have a few new subs to this channel as well. Miss Hustle, you can see her all the time on Larry's live show. She's always in the chat there. Treasure Hunter 92, Symphonic Elk, Beauty Comics, and Red Beard. Those are some new subs to us. They're all pretty small channels. You know, some of them have 20 subs, some have 10. Go check them out. Maybe I'll put it in the description down below so you can go. Make sure you go check those guys out. So I think that is it. We're going to wrap it up, and we will catch you.
It says comic next. Reader. You didn't get my fucking legacy calendar. It's hanging up right up there. Look, in fact, you know what? Hold on. Don't go off air. We're just gonna...
Oh, mine's in my bathroom where I got soaking wet from people washing their hands.
We're just going to keep that on there until we go...
that's your excuse, soaking wet from people washing their hands.
Yeah, that's what it is. So we're going to go and close this episode out now. We will catch you guys next Friday, same time, same channel. It's been fun. Later, guys. If whether you blast it or whether you stash it, happy reading. Catch you next time.